Would you like some privacy?
Oh, good morning, guys. It's Monday. It's the beginning of the multi-species open week. And already there's 3 fish on the board. I think John Hagens has been up fishing through the night. So I'm going to be taking you along this journey this week. Multiple days going on. Today's Monday morning. I've got some running around to do. We'll go ahead. We'll make this happen. Glam Squad. To explain exactly what kind of a wild ride it's been so far today for me. So got up nice and early. Had to obviously run the kid to school. Did that and was planning on doing some fishing. And unfortunately, got a notification that I had to meet a client of mine today to pick up a payment for an event coming up much later in the year. But this is a big corporate event. Getting paid is a little bit more of a challenge for this kind of stuff. So it was smack dab in the middle of the day, which is basically going to limit my fishing. So going out early wasn't going to work. So what I did was I spoke with my wife, and I talked to her about going out after I do pickup and getting a few hours in before we record the podcast. Just want a green light for that. I'm at home having a cup of coffee, feeding the dogs and doing all that stuff. And I get a call from my contact over at this company. And she says, oh, we have acquired the check. You can come by anytime this morning if you're available, like whatever's more convenient for you. So needless to say, I slammed that cup of coffee. I jumped in the truck and I'm headed over there. So we're going to do a short send today, probably about 3 hours. It's the very first scavenger hunt open, and it's game on. Let's do it. Let's go. I think we are in business. Let's just get on fish, and then we'll worry about. And we'll worry about identifier and everything. I got my markers, so I'm good. Okay. Multi-species scavenger hunt open series. There we go. Already on. One species on. And it's a slime dart who destroyed my plastic. So we're gonna pop him right in the old live well. There we go. I got him all set. So we're gonna I hope that's not a negative sign, but I have to put this guy in the live well. I have to fill the fucking live well. I haven't even done that shit yet. Shit show all day. You know what? I'm gonna let him go. So, let's explain what happened with that fish, okay? First cast, there was a point. I let him go because I needed to put him in the live well because I didn't have my identifier on my hand. I should be tying my identifier on right now and getting more of these plastics out. And I am going to get my identifier on. That was my first cast, guys. That's redonk. It really is. And that was a great bite right off the rip. It wasn't any kind of bullshit. That was a great bite. So I feel good about this. Identifier's on. All right. Let's put the net where we can grab it too. We'll soak that. We'll soak that board once we get on. It's just another cast, man. That was first cast with that little swim bait right there. And so I was talking to this kid as I was leaving, and he was launching his kayak, and he asked, he said, what do they have in here for fish? Like, is it all just small chain pickerel. And I said, you know, this pond has a reputation of just churning out those tiny slime darts, the ones that aren't even like really fun to fish. You know, the ones that are just kind of like they're doing their thing. They're not even really a good time to catch. Big chain pickerel are awesome. They're so much fun. But those little ones, not so much. There we go, we're on again. This might be another pickerel. Oh, it's a crappie, which is great. Because this... Now that would give me 2 points. That was like cast number 3. So this plastic is trashed. I just put on a small plastic. And, all right, there we go. So that's good. Yeah, I just put on like an old Kytex. Sometimes I'll change baits and like the plastics are a little bit messed up. So I just leave them in this little cup holder. And like this one is trash now. So I usually just throw them in the corner and then pick them up after the fact. All right, so let's go ahead and put our crappie on the board. I think everybody in this series right now has put a crappie in, I think. And that makes me being everybody. I will say this year I've seen much better crappie in here than previous years. So that's what, 9 1/4? That's 9 1/4. Let's just double check that picture, make sure it's good. So that's point number 1 for the first multi-species open ever. Point number 1 for me, this little crappie. Thanks, buddy. Peace out. Let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, that's a great profile. Now, if I can get a pickerel in the boat, I'll be in a really, 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 really kind of happy position here. They are biting better than they were last time I was here on a moving presentation. Like, I'm not mad at that. Should I fish this a little bit more? I think I should. Oh, that was a follow right there too. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw a little bit of chartreuse on this though. Yeah, that's a little something to highlight. I think that might have been a bass that was took a swipe and then let go, and that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that a little bit of, ooh, that was not a tap. Nice and easy. That's what we want. Nice and easy. Slow rolling it. Nothing crazy, right? And that's the thing. They only have to meet that. There's a largemouth. Took it exactly the way I would have expected him to take it too. Right in the center of the mouth. Probably jacked up this swim bait. But I mean, you see how I'm catching these. Now, I don't even know if this guy's going to make that 8-inch minimum. We're just going to have to see. When I do my pictures, I like to do them with always wet the board anytime you can. You know? Always wet that board, so that way you're good. And that's the thing about the scavenger hunt, man. This is not about big fish. Lips touching, that's all I care about. Boom. That's a largemouth and a crappie. Now, unfortunately, I'm actually glad that there was a largemouth in play because I do think that a pickerel will be an easy one. And we've already seen that there's pickerel here. So let's just fish for more of them. But I will say that's what's happening here. They are eating when you slow roll. That largemouth had a, like, stupid subtle bite. Stupid subtle. There we go. There's another fish. That was a pickerel too. And I've found fish. And I've found that there's species of fish I'm looking for. So I don't want to leave this spot. You know? 3 fish on this one bait. I would say that that's a pattern across 3 different species. I would say we're pretty good. We're pretty solid. There we go. Oh, he came off too. What's going on here? That hook all right? Yeah, that hook's fine. But we'll see what we can make happen here. I mean, if I need to, I can throw that jig, and that jig might get smashed. Because it won't be really moving much at all. I mean, I've found fish pretty good in a bunch of these areas, so. Just kind of slow rolling that swim bait. There's a follow right there. So yeah, we're gonna throw that jig over. Why? Because the jig, keep in mind, I'm using all downsized stuff. 2.8 inch swim bait, you know, on an 1/8 ounce jig head with a size number 1 hook. On my other casting setup, I've got a micro jig here, tungsten micro jig with a tiny craw, and it's really a very, very similar color pattern. And that's what I'm doing. This has a slower fall rate. It's about a 32nd of an ounce lighter. It also has the skirt material, which helps. So when I fish this micro jig, it is just a slower sort of presentation. Also, it being smaller, it's just a nice compact morsel that they can get in one bite. And I'm able to catch so many different species with these smaller hooks. We're gonna It's another crappie, isn't it? Yep, it is. As soon as I switched over to that swim bait too. As soon as I switched over to that swim bait. Crappie bit again. It's right about the same size as the other one, so I'm just gonna chuck him. If I get like an absolute tank, I'll do an upgrade, but peace, homie. All right, let's see. Are they all crappie though? Like if I can get a bluegill of that size to fucking smash, that would be great. There's another fish. It's another crappie. It's another one. Too bad the water in here is just absolutely destroyed with PFAS chemicals. So let's talk strategy. How does this work? How does a scavenger hunt work? Like what's even the point? So, scavenger hunt is a catch, photo, release tournament series online. Play with Fishing Chaos. The purpose of this whole tournament series is to kind of inspire people to get out of their comfort zones. Think bigger than just bass fishing or just catfish fishing or just carp fishing or trout fishing or fly fishing or any one specific technique. It's to kind of inspire people to get, really, if anything, it's our way of saying, hey folks, let's get weird with it. So the way it works is there's a list of about 20, there's over 20 species of fish. And this is based on what the most popular sport fish are in North America. And there are different species of trout, there's different species of bass, there's different species of, you've got your toothy critters. That's another crappie right here at the boat. Ooh, he just came right off. He was dark too, real dark. So the idea is to inspire people to get out of their comfort zones. Get out there, fish for different species, put themselves in situations where maybe they haven't, been forced to kind of think about, anything other than catching bass or anything like that. So what it is it's quite literally a scavenger hunt. You earn points. The size of your fish is not the primary focus of this tournament. So it's all about getting people out there to travel and experience this stuff and just check off different species. The whole plan at the beginning was just to get award points for the most diverse stringer that you could catch for the duration of the tournament. Primarily that length of that duration has been a month. So it's been a month-long tournament for the most part. We do this April through October. This tournament that I'm doing right now is the Open, which is a little bit more of it's like the next level. There's a larger buy-in. The goal is to get more people doing this, so there's a little bit more at stake. And also to kind of test the skills of an angler a little bit further. It's one thing to go out and have an entire month to get on as many different species of fish as you can. It's another thing to only have a week to figure it out. And, some people already have it dialed, and it is what it is. The reason why you do the Opens is so you can go on to the championship. The championship has the highest buy-in and the stakes are the highest up there. The first championship won't happen until May of 2026. And in order to qualify for a championship, all you've got to do is fish one Open. Like in your career, that's it, fish one Open and you qualify. So you can do the championship. And I mean, the championship takes that whole deal to the next level, because in the championship, it's only 48 hours that you have to catch as many species as possible. The pressure is significantly higher there. So that's the whole goal right here. Now I'm going to fish this spot a little bit more and see if I can get some more crappie to bite this plastic and determine if I have to just keep burning through Kitex. And if that's the situation, I'm here to do it. That's what I have them for. But I do know that these guppies are a little bit more hardy than the softer Kitex. So yeah, I mean that's kind of what we're talking about here. Like this whole scavenger hunt, and oh, there we go. There was a bite right there. So I yanked it out of his mouth. Okay, so I am going to cover some water, and I'll finish talking about the scavenger hunt. And I think in terms of competitive fishing, I think that the scavenger hunt gives a little bit of a interesting twist. He's shaking like crazy, dude. Oh man, you got to be kidding me, buddy. Who would have known? BFS crappie fishing, buddy. Damn. And this is good. All right, because this plastic is going to last. And that's a testament right there, because I am a slut for Kitech. But this plastic here is going to last. And these crappie I've been catching are kind of all in that same window, like 9-10 inches. If I catch anything much larger, I'll snap a pick. But so I have a little over 2 hours to go. We got 2 points already. I should enter those fish, but I'm just going to cover water, and I'm going to do them all when I get back to the ramp. Let's go ahead, we'll send it. Again, like, it's a pickerel. That's what I was looking for. Well, that's never fucking fun, but now he's just gonna get measured and then thrown back. So I'm gonna leave him right there for now. Give this guy a quick dunk. You're like, Jesus Christ. I've made mistakes in my life, but god damn it. I know, and I know you have. You certainly have. You're gonna be a 3rd point, which is awesome. 3 points on the first day is fantastic. Not mad at that at all. Boom. So you'll measure. Old Captain Slimy Hands over here. Now we get to wash our hands in a live well. I got this towel. I don't know who this is. Potential spam. Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Oh, hi, kid.
Question. Are you on the boat right now?
I am on the boat right now. What's up?
Do you want to stay on the boat longer?
Yeah, sure. I would love that.
Do you mind if I stay after school for history?
I don't care. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, kid.
No, I figured I was like, she's not gonna care. It just makes so you can stay on the boat
No,
longer.
not at all. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll come pick you up. What time you want me to come get you?
3:30 maybe?
3:30.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that works for me.
No, I'm just getting a ride. Okay.
All right, kid.
I'll see you. I'll have my phone, so just text me when you're on your way.
Yeah, I'll text you when I'm on my way. All right?
Okay.
All right, I love you, kid.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
So you guys probably heard that entire phone call. That was my daughter texting me to stay after to work on some, which is cool. That's awesome. That means now I'm not nearly in any kind of rush. I want to utilize that shade. There might be something happening in that shade right there. So I'm going to do a straight shot this way. Right there. There we go. But like the way that shade line is right there off the bank with those trees. I just got bit there. Picked up quite a little bit of grass too. You know, when I get there, it's going to be ridiculous. See, like that was a great cast. Might be a little bit of a better largemouth. Might be a little bit better. I'm gonna enter bloody bit on the tail back there. So might be bed season, who knows? Who knows? And that's exactly what I wanted to do, is right underneath that dock. And we have more docks around the other side of the point over here to hit. So if it's going to be a dock day, you know, and we can, again, we don't need giants to win. We need diversity. I'm really hoping to get on some yellow perch. I may need to find some deeper water. That's better. That's a little bit better right there. That's a little bit better. You'll go on the board too. And you choked that sucker. You would be a good fish for the slot limit. Let's be honest. You might make the slot limit. The might. That's a big might. I'm very excited about that. Put your fucking tail down, you dumb bastard. Put your tail down, you dumb shit. Put your fucking tail down. There you go. I just want to take a picture. There you go. You too, with the fucking bouncing around like a prick. Chill out. I got you, okay? See? And you went and you made a mess. You know, you were looking nice. But here you are, you're a piece of shit. Oh yeah, you would have made the slot. 12 and a quarter. Boom. Peace. I think like maybe right up alongside this boat. There might be a good potential that there's right at the boat. Hang on. Buddy, chill out, bud. I don't even fucking need you, dude. He smacked that right at the boat. You guys might actually even been able to see that. The possibilities right there. What did I say there about there being a fish right up alongside that boat? It's another crappie. So I am absolutely catching the shit out of them. Of these three species, and they're just absolutely hammering this bait. You keep going, man. This plastic is chewed. That pickerel didn't help. Definitely didn't help. Let's see if we got another one up there. Maybe alongside this fucking motor right there. Right in by that dock. What do we got? It's another crappie. This one's pretty big. But I don't think he's gonna. No, he's really not. Ooh, it's a tap immediately, baby. Ooh, that was a fuck. Right along the bottom, that was a fucking bite, dude. There we go. Really, that's quite the dink. Quite the dink. Like, and that was a really, really good feeling bite. And that is a really, really small fucking fish. But maybe... maybe there's something to be learned. Maybe there's some fish that are out there a little bit deeper. Out there getting it, you know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Another fucking crappie. It's another big one. Probably right around that same fucking size. I can't believe they're like all over the place. Like those fucking crappie, like I never used to catch crappie here. And it's primarily what I've been catching today. I can't believe this. Last time I was here, it was the majority of what I caught. I wasn't, maybe not the majority, but aside from pickerel. But I think I've probably caught more crappie than pickerel today. Decent fish, or no, it's a fucking snot rocket. Would you chill the fuck out, buddy? Hey. There you go. Well, you got jacked. You got jacked at one point in your life. You got to ask yourself some questions. You know? You know what? I am going to call it. I am. I think that's a good move. Before I call it, I'm going to throw that drop shot here. Oh, that was grass, though. Yeah, there's still weeds down here, man. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we will call it. I think I about did as good as I can right now. And with this guy is parked like an absolute chooch. Nobody with trailers here. I swear to Christ. What is even going on here? Three hours, 22 minutes. Not bad.